What's up? Welcome back to Tackett's House of Horsepower. It's me, Steve Tackett, and we are going to get some work done on Down and Dirty this weekend because this car should have been done a long time ago. So, back order parts. Man, what can I say? Back order parts. It's been a minute since we've worked on it, but here it is. I push it in and out of the garage often, so it's getting some mileage. So yeah, back order parts, just killing me. Let's look. The dash, I did get a little cheapy Grant steering wheel. Put that on there with a steering wheel adapter. That was no big deal. The dash is finished, except for the ignition switch, back order. The lock cylinder, back order. Trunk lock cylinder, trunk box, back order. The rest of the lock cylinder kit, back order. Gas tank sending unit, 3/8, back order. Rear bumper, back order. The harness for the taillights through the trunk and into the taillights, back order. The harness for the front here comes across the front up to the lights and everything, back order. Yeah, OPG, you're killing me, bro. You're killing me. So I think what we can do now is make a gas pedal. I'm gonna make one because I'm not gonna try to order it because it's probably on back order. So what I did was, I have the pedal part of it. Somebody stole the V8 rod. So I have a Nova 6-cylinder one that points down, because on a straight 6, they point down. And on a V8, they point up. So what I'll do is I'll take a Nova 6-cylinder one, cut it, flip it around, put an angle on it, weld it back together, make a rod, and hopefully we'll have a gas pedal. And then the firewall's finished, except for that harness. Well, we already talked about that. So then I can put the front clip on, put fenders, core support, hood hinges and hood. I got all that stuff in the backyard. So if I finish the gas pedal, I can put a front clip on this, and then it'll look like a car again. So I guess I could do that. So this is cool. I come over to the green Chevelle so I can figure out my angle coming off of there, just to get an idea. And I look down and I'm like, uh-oh, I don't have an alternator belt. So at some point in time, when I was out at Tucson duct tape drags, apparently I threw the belt and I didn't even know it. So that just tells you how trouble-free this car runs. Like, I was there all weekend and never popped the hood. Literally, I was there all weekend, never popped the hood. So I didn't even know I threw the belt. So if somebody down in Tucson sees a belt, I think it's a 6-groove. If you see a real short 6-groove belt, it's probably mine. All right, check this out. We have ourselves a custom length gas pedal rod deal. Yeah, that's what I meant. We got a gas pedal. That's what we're working on. All right, so now I just need a rod with the 2 ends. I'll make a custom linkage guy there. I can do that anytime. So the firewall's finished, except for that linkage and one harness, which I could do that anytime. So I think we can move on to front clip, radiator core support, fenders. We'll get all this on here. Hood hinges, the front grille, front bumper. I got all the stuff for the front. so I can start putting that together. So there you go. I got a shed full of parts. So I dug a 6-cylinder gas pedal linkage out, cut it, welded it, I lengthened it. I wanted it to go over the top of this bracket, this guy right here. So if I'm gonna come out of that hole, I need to stay above that bracket. So I kind of made it a little bit longer than a stock one would be. So even if I had a stock one, I'd still probably have to cut it. This intake manifold and everything sits up so high. So a stock one probably would have had a real crazy angle on it and it wouldn't have cleared this bracket anyways. So that's fine. It just goes to show you that anything is possible if you got a welder. I got one. It's underneath all that, but there's a MIG welder under there. So there you go. All right, let's see if it's possible to even make this thing resemble a 64 Chevelle. Thank you. Yes, thank you. All right. All right, the radiator core support is just sitting there right now. I'm just gonna leave it loose. I got a front bumper right there. I got wheel wells, inner wheel wells right there. We got the fenders, the front valance grill. I got all the buckets and stuff, hood. That's all the original stuff that came off the car. I'm just gonna put it back on. We got bumper brackets, hood hinges, and stuff like that. So hopefully we'll get all this mess cleaned up today and bolted on the car. Right? Right? Okay, that's fully restored now, ready to go. I'm basically just gonna start trying to set everything on here kind of loosely. The body came off the frame and it's got all these bushings and stuff in it, so who knows where everything's at. So we're just gonna kind of wing it. Time out. Had to backtrack. The bolt holes in the corners were kind of boogered up, so I had to chase the holes with a tap. So fenders had to come back off. So 2 steps forward, 1 step back, you know how it goes. All right, the fenders and inner fenders are sitting on there. Everything's started, all the bolts are in it, but it's not tight. Now I'm gonna start on this front here, see if I can't screw this up. Front valance is in. The little flat pieces that go underneath, those things are a pain to get all the bolts to line up. Some of them go through the plate, through the inner fender well, into the, I don't know. To get all 5 bolts in and tightened up is a pain. Now, I got one headlight bucket, it's good. My other one is busted, as you can see. So it looks like the pop rivet's broke. So I'm gonna real quick pop rivet this back together and save it, because I don't have another one. So Gotta do what we gotta do. Should be an easy fix, I hope. All right, let's throw this grill in. Grill supports. Starting to look like a car. Okay, check it out. Front clip is basically done. Core support, everything's tight. The structure behind all the grill support, hood latch, on down to the bottom down there. I got this side adjusted. The gap is kind of big, but the door opens and closes just fine. I like it. Now, I don't know what I can probably try and scoot this back a little bit and close that gap up a little bit. So that's okay. The biggest concern though is over here where this door was all mangled. It's pretty ugly. This guy right here is touching the fender. I don't even have it all the way in. It's loose right now, and I can't open the door. So I might just have to get a 5-pound persuader and just that door on the bottom there. It is what it is. I mean, you know, whatever. But the front clip is on. I could probably throw the bumper on, or I could clean up and go inside and eat dinner here in a minute. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, I'm back after a wonderful day at work. So let's throw the bumper on and see if we can't get this gap figured out a little bit better over here. At least I need that door to open and close, obviously, unless we Dukes of Hazzard it. But, you know, it's damaged, so we'll just have to do a little persuading. And then we can put the hood on. And I guess that's about as far as I can go with this one. Well, there you go. Front bumper's on. There's no dents in this thing. It's actually a really nice bumper for an original. I bet if we hit that with some mothers, it would clean up pretty nice. So the front end is done, except for headlights. And I'm missing, well, I'm not missing. I have the eyebrows and the bezels. I've actually got several sets, but they're in pretty poor condition. There's 3 eyebrows. I got a couple of sets of bezels. I don't know. I also massaged that lip in a little bit so that at least the door opens now. I'll take it. Good enough. But there you go. Hinges, I stuck them on. I just got to set the hood on, but I need to wait for Sarah to get home. She's doing healthy person things, you know, at the gym and stuff. I don't know. So I'll wait for her to get back and we'll stick this hood on. Real quick, you guys, hey, if you're a 64 Chevelle guy and you're missing some parts, I've got a ton of parts here and out there in the shed. I don't know, just this little corner right here, I've got an extra glove box, ashtray, I got tank straps, I got those front corner pieces that go up in the corners. I got an extra set of those. I got like 3 dashes, idiot light dashes though, not gauges or nothing. Steering column parts and horn parts. I'm not gonna use them. I got an extra set of bezels, I said earlier, an extra set of eyebrows. They're in poor condition. I'd say they're driver condition. I've also got a ton of window trim and stuff. So if you're missing just like one piece, like say, hey Steve, I need a left-hand side driver window piece. I've got them. I've got 2 or 3 sets in here. But they're in okay condition. They're not great, they're not bad. They're driver condition. So if there's something you're missing, you know what I mean? Hit me up, let me know. I got like 4 sets of door seal trim, the bottom piece for the doors. Yeah, front and back window stuff. I got a ton of it. So if you need something, send me a message. Just give me, I don't know, make me an offer. At least make it worth my time to ship it to you. And you cover shipping and I'll hook you up. So what else do I have? Oh, a V8 radiator. The V8 radiator spacer, I'm not gonna use it. So I got all kinds of stuff, more stuff out in the shed. So I don't know, I'm not trying to get rich or nothing, but if you got a Chevelle El Camino project, I'd rather hook one of you guys up than, just sit on it forever and ever and ever. So if you need something, send me a message. I either have it or I can probably get it. Anyways, waiting for Sarah. Just bored, waiting on Sarah. I dug this out. Well, I had 3 of them in the box. So I ended up with 2 passenger sides and 1 driver side. So yeah, if you need a passenger side eyebrow, let me know. Okay, Sarah's here. She said don't look at her because she just came from the gym. She says, don't look at me, I'm horrible.
That's not what you said.
That's what I heard.
What you hear and what I say is not always the same.
That's not. Okay, just like the Nova hood, except this one's heavier. You ready?
As ready as I'm gonna be, I guess. Well, how do you want me to?
Same as before. Don't scratch the paint.
Really? Hold on, my hands are underneath it. Okay.
It's gonna come my way.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Good thing we didn't do arms as a gym today.
The one good thing about working on this car is you don't have to worry about scratching anything. It's not that big a deal. Go to the front.
Okay.
Just hold the front up.
It's not lined up at all.
I hope these hinges work. Well, okay. Now let's see if the hinges will fold the hood in half.
No, be positive. Push on it.
Well, the hinges are stuck. I'm gonna have to WD-40 up them hinges pretty good. They've been sitting a long time. I actually did take a torch to the hinges to get them to free up. But there it is. We got a front clip on her. The only thing I'm missing is I need a bunch of these plastic. These things are all brittle and breaking and missing. So I could put the headlights in it, and then I could put the bezels on. So that's why the headlights aren't in it yet. But basically, we're looking pretty good. I'm really glad that I did the firewall and everything, all those brake lines that go down there. Look, it would have been really hard to do all those brake lines and everything, steering and everything. The line lock solenoid is down there in that corner. It would have been really difficult to do all that with the front clip on. So I'm glad I took my time and did everything I could on the firewall first before that's my air cleaner. I'm gonna have to get a shorter one. I was thinking about putting a cowl hood on it, but you know what? The stock hood is just perfect. So I'm gonna have to get an air cleaner that drop down base, clears the hood, so I can keep the stock hood on it to keep the full ugly appearance as possible, as much as possible. But there you go. It's real close now. Basically one wiring harness for this front up here and a gas tank, and I could at least get it to fire off and move under its own power. And then I could take it to the exhaust shop and alignment shop, and then it would be a functioning vehicle at least while I finish up the interior and stuff. But it's getting close. I do have a radiator, but I need to make a shroud for it or something. I don't know yet. My tranny lines are a little bit long for some reason. Thanks a lot, OPG. Turbo 400 transmission, 64 Chevelle, and they were sticking out past the bumper. I was like, those are a little bit long, dude. But okay. So, a couple little things to end, you know, tidy up, and we'll be driving this thing soon, hopefully. Well, here it is, out in the sunlight for the first time. What do you think? Is that the ugliest Chevelle you've ever seen? Yeah, it could very well be. At least in the top 5. You know, the funny thing is, one of my coworkers the other day was like, "Oh, I saw your videos. That's really cool. Building that car. What color are you gonna paint it?" And I was like, what do you mean? What color am I gonna paint it? It is painted. Well, WD-40 did not work. But the hood is closed with the help of a torch.
And me holding.
No, I did heat up the hinges with a torch, and then it closed fine. So, there you go. The front clip is done. And I gotta say that after all this work, if you go back to the beginning and you first see the first video of Down and Dirty, it looks the same. So all this work, and it's come full circle back to, it looks the same. So I could have just shot this episode first and been like, ta-da, no one would know. So anyways, I'm waiting on parts. We already talked about that. Pretty soon though, if the parts ever show up,
They will.
this thing will be running and driving soon. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit like and subscribe. Hit a comment, give me a thumbs up. Any of that would really help the algorithm, and I would really appreciate it. We would really appreciate it. This is my editor, by the way. This is the editing department.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying.
Any complaints?
I'm learning as I go.
Forward them to Sarah.
I know. I'll send you his email address. I check it anyways.
I don't check them. So anyway, hope you like it. Stay tuned. See you next time.
We're gonna go eat dinner.